I'm gonna be honest, I have never felt more beautiful and confident in my life. I've never loved myself more. And I don't think enough people talk about that. I think a lot of people talk about losing your spark, you're never the same person again, but I'm glad I'm not the same person that I was before. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Haley. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to talk about this subject today about postpartum and glowing up. I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on snapping back after you have a baby. After birth, I knew I wouldn't look the same, but it still really hit me hard the first few weeks and honestly months after giving birth. Watching everybody online snapping back so quick, really messed with my confidence. Like breastfeeding, looking super snatched and hot.
2 weeks postpartum.
And it's just like, that's not the reality of what it looks like. I didn't recognize myself. I still do not recognize myself. For me, the real glow up happened when I stopped trying to get back to who I used to be. There are hundreds of factors that you absolutely cannot control when it comes to postpartum and how you feel about yourself, but there are a lot of things that you can control. So here's exactly what I did to glow up postpartum. The first thing that I changed was food and what I put into my body. I didn't track calories, I didn't stress about losing weight. I just ate what made me feel good. Anything that made me feel icky or sluggish or tired, I just stopped eating it. For me, that was meat. For some reason, meat is just one of those things that makes me feel sluggish. And then obviously there's a lot of, ethical reasons behind not eating meat that I always kept in mind. But for me, it was how I made my body and my mind feel. So that was the first thing I cut out. And then number two, basic hygiene became a non-negotiable. So once I kind of started to get like a hang of things, well, I never really felt like I had the hang of things, but when things started to flow, I guess a little bit better. I don't know how else to say it because newly postpartum life is intense. But I would say when I was able to do bath time, even when he still had his umbilical cord attached and I just did like sponge bath, I made sure I did that around like 6 to 8 p.m. every single day. Adding a daily routine to the chaos and like taking a few minutes for myself. Every day, 6 p.m., it was bath time. Hand them off. I hopped in the shower. I brushed my teeth and then I tied my hair up. And that right there is what saved me, which was extremely hard. I had an idea of what mom guilt was like, but I didn't know that smallest things would make me feel bad, like brushing my teeth and taking a shower and going to the bathroom. I had no idea that that would make me feel guilty, but I knew that I absolutely had to implement self-care routine in order to take care of my mental health so that I could be the best mom for my baby. So even if you do experience mom guilt, you might feel bad about taking care of yourself, but then it actually ends up making you feel happier the rest of the day and you are a better mom to your baby. This was a really, really pivotal action that I took because giving birth was like the hardest mentally thing that I've ever done. And there's just something so magical about getting in the gym and getting stronger, lifting heavier weights than you ever have before. At the top of the year, I was consistently going to the gym twice a week. Before, I would just go on like 10-minute walk with him. And then when I got comfortable, I was in the gym twice a week. Before, when I used to go to the gym, lift some weights, I would do cardio, I would get on the Stairmaster, and that's what I would do. But this time around, I had like an emphasis on getting stronger. It completely rewired my brain chemistry, seeing every week progressive overload. Like, wow, I wasn't able to lift this before. It's just a beautiful thing because going to the gym helps you see that physically. I have muscles now. You can't really tell, but I have muscles now. I never had muscles. When I was younger, I had like a faster metabolism because I was young, but now it's like I'm building the strength and it's just like really, really awesome. So that definitely helped with my glow up. And then by this point, 5, 6 months on, the nap time started to get longer. You can go longer without eating. I think stopped pumping sometime around this time and I actually switched to breastfeeding. I had no idea that he would be able to latch after taking the bottle and taking pacifiers. But he was able to latch, and so I switched breastfeeding, and that's been really good for me personally. So, anyways, as his naps got longer, I switched to breastfeeding. I upgraded my skincare and I started doing a deep conditioning treatment and prioritizing my hair health as well every week. Before, it was like I was doing what I could, but then as the naps got longer, weekly deep conditioning treatments, monthly protein treatments on my hair. I upgraded my skincare. I got a few more products to just kind of complete, just like throwing water, face wash on my face. Now I kind of have a little more structure with my skincare. I noticed breastfeeding my skin was extremely dry. So I know I got a couple of products to help with that. I purchased a few affordable loungewear from Shein. This is from Shein. This is like a cute like matching set, some headbands, just to wear around the house. And then I also started doing like a 5-minute makeup routine. Like literally brush brows, chapstick, concealer, because you're tired with the young baby, blush, and I would just put that on every single day. I still do. And then my favorite game changer, confidence boosting routine is fragrance. That took my confidence up 10 notches. Do you know how nice it is when you are having a bad day or the baby's going through teething or sleep regression and you're like, oh, I gotta go to Target, I need more Tylenol, I'm running out of this or that. Someone literally stops you and they're like, excuse me, you smell so good. You just feel so seen. When you are a new mom, you feel invisible. Of course, it's all about the baby. Like fragrance layering, not just putting on perfume, but layering. And I really found that fragrance layering is really like an art. You're literally creating a vibe and a personality and a mood with your fragrance by layering an oil, a lotion, and a perfume. That by far took my confidence through the roof. So, as far as my identity being a mom, I'm still trying to figure out who I am. But I can say I'm not who I used to be at all. And that is a good thing. I'm 10 times more focused. I never procrastinate anymore. I was a huge procrastinator. I have the biggest reason in the world to be motivated. Like, I love the version of me today. People say that you lose yourself in motherhood. And yes, it's extremely hard. But losing yourself in motherhood is going to make it way harder. I refuse to do that. But if you're interested to know about some layering routines that I really like, some baby safe layering routines, or you happen to get a night out, I got you. I will post some videos about some of my favorite fragrance layering routines that get me really amazing compliments. But overall, if you're a new mom, or if you're just feeling lost in the mix, or if you just want to glow up, you're just ready for a new chapter, please know it's not too late. It's never too late. We are growing up through motherhood together over here. And that's all. See you soon. That's it. I don't know what my camera is saying.